What up, YouTube? Back at it again. Good morning. You know it's awesome. You hear that? No banging this morning. Roofers were up there for a minute, but I think it was just gathering their stuff. On to the next, right? Speaking of which, we're looking at some Mack. Treat it like a hobby. This dropped last night. I saw this drop like yesterday, last night sometime, and I was like, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. We got some treat it like a hobby. Got some trick or treat colors going on. Trick or treat it like a hobby. I got you. Do me a favor. If you're new here, if you're not new here, run over to Mack's page. Please go like and subscribe. If you like what I do, please like, comment down below, subscribe. Appreciate it very much. The best way to get me is always going to be on Patreon. So jump over there, say what's up. It is free to join Patreon. So if you want me to do something of yours or something you have interest in, I'm still waiting for somebody to play a joke on me. Like, just send me some. I feel like this happens sometimes, but weird is cool to me. But just send me some random off the wall shit that's just like pretty much a joke, anyways. Just put me into this rabbit hole of nonsensory and fuckery, and just for their own comedic pleasure. Cool. Well, let's dive in. Let's see what Mack's got on hobbies.
Yeah, you gotta treat it like a hobby. I ain't saying your shit should sound sloppy. I'm just saying if you're trying to hit the top, gotta take the pressure off. I'ma do it, homie, watch me.
If you want to hit the top, gotta take the pressure off. I'ma do it, homie, watch. So he's talking about basically just taking the pressure off yourself. If you want to hit the top, then stop fucking overthinking things. But or putting too much pressure on oneself. Just kind of let shit ride. But take the pressure off. You think of like a soda bottle or a can. You take the top off. If you want to hit the top. The pressure's gone. You explode.
Yeah, you gotta treat it like a hobby. I ain't saying your shit should sound sloppy. I'm just saying if you wanna be the best, all that pressure and that stress on your mental will be costly. I used to brag about how I'm daily smashing a mic and how rapping happens to be my biggest passion in life.
That's kind of a funny verse to me, and not to throw any shade. I used to brag about. I'm pretty sure every track is pretty much and not even if he's trying to brag, he just is like the best with the mic. So he doesn't need to brag anymore. He's just like, he just needs to grab a mic. We already know. What's going on? Why are you doing that?
Brag about if you want to be the best, all that pressure and that stress on your mental will be costly. I used to brag about how I'm daily smashing a mic and how rapping happens to be my biggest passion in life, and how I'll never give up on this endeavor of mine. Every second I'm stretching to find the cleverest rhyme.
I like how he's playing like with the ends of his like his bars here. He just like the use of like just elongating words and sort of just bending like. Good rappers, you'll hear like a lot of words that may not rhyme. You can kind of bend things to make them rhyme or elongate certain syllables.
Give up on this endeavor of mine. Every second I'm stretching.
Fine. Now they do rhyme, but
to find the cleverest rhyme, I wanted everyone aware. I would constantly share about my level of passion, how they could never compare to the way in which I choose to do my thing as a wordsmith. It's still true, this music is my singular purpose, but I've learned over time some things defy the logical. The opposite of what you'd expect is paradoxical. The less I act like this rap shit is all important, the more likely I am to like my recordings. I'm saying this is everything.
So this is cool. This is like a kind of a sort of a coming of knowledge type thing. Like I used to put and he did too, so much pressure to a point where you're just overthinking, over obsessing over everything, and you end up like, and he said at the beginning, he used the word sloppy. He was referring to other rappers. Your shit's sloppy, but you can start doing shit that's sloppy if you're pressuring yourself too much to do shit that doesn't, like, if you're forcing something. If you're forcing work like this that's supposed to be an art form, the listener knows it's forced, right? If you just kind of let shit flow and as it comes to you, that's what sort of true art is. That's how he's saying sort of the key that he's found to make it to the top.
Thing to me, that's no longer the message. I'm lightening up and being less precious, cause if I truly want my music to be epic and godly, I gotta take the pressure off and treat it just like a hobby. I'm saying, yeah, you gotta treat it like a hobby. I ain't saying your shit should sound sloppy. I'm just saying if you're trying to hit the top, gotta take the pressure off. I'ma do it, homie, watch me. Yeah, you gotta treat it like a hobby. I ain't saying your shit should sound sloppy. I'm just saying if you wanna be the best, all that pressure and that stress on your mental cause it's mad depressing when you over obsessing over the first line, can't begin with the lesson. So at the blank page, you just keep on staring. Thoughts enter your mind, don't feel worthy of sharing.
Right. You're always going to be your own worst critic, and you're always going to get in your way more than others. That's for damn sure. So, basically, learning how to not get in your way, and he's saying his way of doing that is it's just another hobby that I'm good at, right? What are we doing here?
The blank page, you just keep on staring. Thoughts enter your mind, don't feel worthy of sharing. Then you start with the comparing. Then what would Jay-Z say? Now the pressure's on, ain't giving yourself no leeway. Thinking about rappers with platinum plaques who mastered this, and now your inner critic is laughing. You feel inadequate, you're so overly passionate. Maybe that's the problem. You wanna be Big L, Pac, Biggie, your godson.
And that's a human trait. The comparisons. Everybody's always going to compare themselves to. You see somebody at the top of what you want to do, you can't really help but try to be competitive or compare to, or emulate in some way, right?
You're the greatest rappers of all time, you love them, and then you hear the shit that you making and get to judging. The good news, your taste is impeccable. The bad news, the gap is immeasurable. Hard to close the gap when you can't even write your first line. Treat it like a hobby, not a job, and let your verse shine. I'm saying, yeah, you gotta treat it like a hobby. I ain't saying your shit should sound sloppy. I'm just saying if you're trying to hit the top, gotta take the pressure off. I'ma do it, homie, watch me. Yeah, you gotta treat it like a hobby. I ain't saying your shit should sound sloppy. I'm just saying if you wanna be the best, all that pressure and that stress on your mental listen. Imagine signing up for an open mic. Nothing major, you just wanna build some local hype. You may not be the dopest, right? But won't be the worst. Besides, it's more for practice, just a way to rehearse. Plus a way to build community and get some support from your local rap cohorts who hold down the fort. You show up, the slightest been nervous, but mostly excited to finally get some feedback on the flows you've been writing. The host is delighted, smiling, saying, wait till you hear. Trust me, bro, it's about to be the crazy.
Dude, I love when he gets into storytelling mode. Harry's so good at like delivering story and playing different personas within said story, right? In rap form. And he's getting sharper, like linguistically. Just you know how, like, if you ever heard like somebody say like to anybody really, like, oh, you sound like a rapper. Like you could talk and somebody might sound like a rapper. And that's a weird skill to develop, because it's even in normal just everyday speak. You know, it's not like a dialect or vernacular. It's not something you pick up, right? It's just basically like it's how you emphasize, you know, the structure of sentences in different areas, words and whatnot. But he's getting into storytelling mode here, and he's talking about, like, you know, just imagine your first show and you know what's going on, and hold on a second. So he's sort of telling, you know, sort of retelling the story. So this song's not like, there's not a ton of like super deep layered bars on bars. It's just a lot of it's just kind of, there's a message and a story in here, but it's in the name, right? Treat it like a hobby. It's a good message, and it's good to see his outlook like that, rather than, you know, over obsessive, which I'm sure he's done, right?
You show up, the slightest been nervous, but mostly excited to finally get some feedback on the flows you've been writing. The host is delighted, smiling, saying, wait till you hear. Trust me, bro, it's about to be the craziest year. You like, huh? I wonder what he means. Next thing you know, he steps to the stage.
You hear the background they later. I wonder what he means. The higher pitched voice. It's like, it sounds all worried and shit.
It's about to be the craziest year. You like, huh? I wonder what he means. Next thing you know, he steps to the stage and all the house lights turn low. He grabs the mic. My friends, tonight we are blessed to be in the presence of some very special guests. I hope you brought your A game to the spot today, and I'll make some noise for Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Eminem, Jay-Z, Nas, Kendrick, and Cole. They're here to bring some mentorship and help your penmanship grow. What a beautiful opportunity for our music scene. Now who wants to go first and rep for our community? Suddenly your body...
Can you imagine that show?
Intense, color drains from your face. Look for an exit to escape from this place.
Little 8 Mile vibes there. Color drains from your face. Look for an exit. Oh no.
When it was just a hobby, you thought your verse was the shit. Now
he's choking again.
Look for an exit to escape from this place. When it was just a hobby, you thought your verse was the shit. Now the pressure's on and you way too nervous to spit. You gotta treat it like a hobby. I ain't saying your shit should sound sloppy. I'm just saying if you're trying to hit the top, gotta take the pressure off. I'ma do it, homie, watch me. Yeah, you gotta treat it like a hobby. I ain't saying your shit should sound sloppy. I'm just saying if you wanna be the best, all that pressure and that stress on your mental could be costly. Care too much, care too much, you gotta care too much, to care too much, you gotta care too much, to care too much, you gotta care too much, to care too much, you gotta care too much, to care too much, you gotta care too much, to care too much.
I feel like he's just sort of slowly making an album out of this entire year so far. How many singles has he dropped? Quite a few. And there was the other, like a couple references to pressure actually in the names of these little series and these cool, interesting. Yeah, again, it's story and message driven. Not a lot to break apart. He's just had something to say. I like the beat slower. It gives him sort of a space to sort of breathe and play with things lyrically. You know, how his setups were, the way he was sort of handling his syllables in there. But yeah, I mean, it's Max written. I feel like again he's just like testing different avenues and sort of, and not even showing us, really kind of just showing to himself what he can do with different types of beats, different rapping styles, and he's doing a really good job at all of it. It's you compile this with a lot of the other stuff he's been doing lately. It's going to be a very diverse, like collaboration if it turns into an album, whatever. But it's because it's so varied. With he's got a lot of. He does a lot. I mean, he could do a slow West Coast beat, and the next day drop a something that's faster. You know, a little more East Coast. He could do some old school shit. He's all over the place, but it's in a good way. Anyways, go support Mac. Please go like and subscribe. If you like what I do, please like, comment down below, subscribe. Appreciate it very much. It does help out the channel. Best way to get me is always on Patreon. Like I said, jump over there, say what's up, but make sure you smash that sub. If you want to support, it's free. It's just a click. We'll talk to you on the next.